we really as divided as we seem? Well, some hopeful data suggests otherwise. Even in 1968, a year of assassinations and riots, the presidential election was decided by a razor-thin margin of 521,000 votes. This year, with a more than 5 million popular vote gap separating Joe Biden from Donald Trump, the nation's bitterly divided, with a president who, for the first time in modern history, is refusing to concede. But Biden won big, and there's a reason beyond the rejection of Donald Trump, the only president to lose the popular vote twice. Because even with all our deepening partisan and regional divisions, we're actually less divided than meets the eye when it comes to public policy. Take immigration, one of the most bitterly divisive issues of our time. Well, according to a 2020 Pew Research survey, 74% of Americans support legal status for immigrants brought here illegally as children, often known as dreamers or DACA recipients. It might surprise you to know that a majority of Republicans surveyed, 54%, support such a move. Okay, but maybe that's an odd outlier, you say. What about climate change? Well, it turns out in another Pew survey that 65% of Americans think the government should do more to combat climate change. And a majority of Republicans support policies like tougher restrictions on power plant carbon emissions. Against that backdrop, it shouldn't surprise you to know that another Biden priority, infrastructure investment, is also broadly popular, with the support of 83% of Republicans and 90% of Democrats. So maybe we'll finally get Infrastructure Week for real. But how about culture war hot-button issues like gun reform? Well, if you get past the absolutist rhetoric, you'll find that 92% of Republicans favor preventing people with mental illnesses from buying guns. 82% of Republicans favor making private gun sales and sales at gun shows subject to background checks. 54% of Republicans favor banning high-capacity ammunition magazines. And 50% of Republicans even support banning assault-style weapons. Leadership matters. So does public opinion. As Lincoln said, in this country, public sentiment is everything. With it, nothing can fail. Against it, nothing can succeed. That's why this data should give you a little bit of hope for the future. We are not, in fact, as divided as we seem. And for that reason, let's give thanks as we head towards Thanksgiving. And that's your reality check.